galaxy far, far away, where the final film of the prequel trilogy begins. The apprentice becomes the Jedi. The Jedi becomes the Darksider. The Darksider becomes the Master. This is the review of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, with your host, Blackwing 2040. Welcome to the review, guys. I just love doing those intros. Anyway, welcome to the review of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And, in case you guys didn't know, this was my very first Star Wars film I ever watched. So, to be watching, to review this film, it feels awesome. And I remember the first day I actually watched this film, it was so good. Well, to be honest, the way I got into this movie, I actually played the video game first, then I watched the movie, because pretty much the video game and the movie were like the same thing. It played through the same elements of the movie. So without further ado, let's get started reviewing this movie. So this movie was probably, I say, was the best one out of the trilogies, because not only was it like the last movie in the prequel trilogy, it set the tone so well. It ended on such a good note. I know most people say the prequel trilogies were like a disaster. This one, which was probably like the best one out of them all. And to be fair, I know George Lucas's writing for Anakin wasn't all that great, especially with him making Anakin such a whiny, stuck-up brat, but in the end, he got it right. He like nailed it right. For him transitioning from Jedi to the dark side, it was amazing. So the movie begins with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker and it opens up with an awesome space battle. The visuals look perfect. Just look perfect. So they're flying to General Grievous's command ship where Chancellor Palpatine has been kidnapped to. And crazy thing, it moved really fast. Back when I first watched this movie, I didn't expect it to be so fast. Like once you got to 11 minutes through the movie, they're already fighting Count Dooku, because Count Dooku was keeping watch over the Chancellor until the Jedi's arrived, and apparently they gave him a run for his money. And the battle between Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Count Dooku was so well done. Even though Obi-Wan barely fought, Obi-Wan really got his butt kicked in this fight. Anakin really took over most of the time, and Anakin gave him 1-4, especially when he just sliced his head off scissor style with the lightsabers. Brilliant. It was just brilliant. And I'm watching this movie now, and I'm like, wow, 11 minutes already, and they're fighting? This is quick. And so they reach the high command where General Grievous is. They fight Grievous's bodyguards, but of course Grievous escapes, and so the ship is under fire and about to crash onto Coruscant. So, and right there at that mark, it hits 31 minutes. I'm like, this movie is moving really fast, and I never expect that, especially coming from a Star Wars film. So after that, Chancellor Palpatine is welcomed back with a happy rescue from the Jedi. Anakin greets his wife Padme again. Of course, I say the romance between Anakin and Padme was just so off. It was like constant drama between the two. Like it was just bad. But here's the surprise though. Padme tells Anakin that she's pregnant, and he's happy for her. And then that one night he has a nightmare that she dies of childbirth, and he feels like he'll lose her, and he tells Yoda that these dreams could make him someone he doesn't want to be. And Yoda actually tells him pain leads to suffering, suffering leads to hate, and hate leads to the dark side, which Master Yoda is correct. So pretty much Chancellor Palpatine tells Anakin that he's appointing him as his own representative, meaning he wants him to get to know him better, yada yada yada. But we all know who Chancellor Palpatine is. Palpatine is Darth Sidious. So Darth Sidious tells General Grievous that Grievous tells Sidious that Dooku is dead. Sidious said, "Don't worry about it. I'm looking forward to getting a new apprentice, someone who is more younger and more powerful," which of course will be Anakin, and we'll get to that later. We'll get to that soon. So Anakin was able to be appointed onto the council, but he's not promoted to Jedi Master. So that's the stat. He gets frazzled up about it, and he's just pissed. And from now on, he's just gonna do whatever he's told. So Chancellor Palpatine was able to track where Grievous went. He went to this planet called Utapo. So Obi-Wan is assigned to go find Grievous and kill Grievous, while Anakin stays on Coruscant and just watches over the Chancellor. Obi-Wan feels like the Chancellor is very superstitious. He feels like a great evil around him, but he feels like Anakin is up to the task, even though he kind of is skeptical about what Anakin does, but in his heart he believes Anakin is doing his job and doing what he's supposed to do. Yoda goes to the planet Kashyyyk, home of the Wookiees, and we also get our first look at Chewbacca in the prequel trilogy, and Chewbacca only made his appearance in this only film of the prequels. There's a droid attack on the Wookiees. They bring clone troopers to stop the attack. So Obi-Wan and the clone troopers find Grievous on Utapo. Obi-Wan battles Grievous. Turns out he can fight with 4 lightsabers, which I find is a total unfair fight. But Obi-Wan knows what to do, especially in a fight. He knows how to handle himself. But I say 4 lightsabers against 1, that's a bit unfair. But Obi-Wan knows what to do. So Obi-Wan blasts Obi-Wan shoots Grievous in the chest, killing Grievous, and mission's done. And so Anakin is with Chancellor Palpatine. Palpatine tells him this story about a Sith Lord called Darth Plagueis the Wise. He said he has this power to save others from death. And so Anakin wants to learn this power, and he asks, can this power ever be learned? And Palpatine said, not from a Jedi. So Anakin suddenly realizes that Chancellor Palpatine is the Sith Lord the Jedi had been looking for, and he goes to tell Mace Windu that Chancellor Palpatine is the Sith Lord. Windu finally at this point gains Anakin's trust at the very late moment, if I might say. So Windu brings 3 Jedi along with him to kill Palpatine. They fight. 3 Jedi are killed, so Mace and Palpatine are at it, clashing lightsabers. And as before, Palpatine's about to kill. Mace is about to kill Palpatine. Anakin shows up and tells him not to kill him. He needs to be put to a fair trial. Windu tells him he can't be alive anymore because he has control of the whole political system. Because what a Sith Lord could do to the political system? It's drastic. So Anakin cuts off Windu's arm, and then Palpatine, or now Sidious, we'll just call him Sidious, kills Windu with Force lightning, and just the way he blasts it at him, and he says that saying, "Unlimited power." It's just, it was epic to watch, but just the way it was brought out, it was just a little, just bad at some parts, but overall it was good to watch. So Anakin pledges his allegiance to Sidious to be his new apprentice, and now calls him Darth Vader. And on that day, Darth Vader is born. Sidious gives Anakin his assignments. He wants him to kill all the Jedi at the Jedi Temple, and when he's done with the Jedi, go to the planet Mustafar, which is a volcanic planet. He wants him to go there and kill the rest of the separatist representatives. And so this is where things become very, very tragic to watch, because Sidious tells the clones to execute Order 66, which is to kill all Jedi. Now I know what you're thinking. Why are the clones killing Jedi when they've been working with the Jedi throughout the Clone Wars and everything? Well, thanks to a good friend of mine by the name of DC Geek 13, shout out to him. The clones are pretty much, they're kind of like, their minds are like robots. So you give them an order, they do it. If you tell them to do something else, they'll do it. Like anything you tell them to do, they will do it. Of course, we all know in the Clone Wars we had that clone trooper Captain Rex, who darn well would never, ever turn on the Jedi like that, ever. So all the Jedi have been killed. Yoda feels like a strong deadness in the Force, feeling that all the Jedi have been killed, and so Anakin goes to Mustafar, kills the Separatist representatives. Obi-Wan and Yoda go to the Jedi Temple to see what happened, and they see a recording, and Obi-Wan, is, to his dismay, sees that Anakin has joined the dark side. And so Obi-Wan and Padme go to Mustafar so they could stop Anakin's madness, but Anakin gets so pissed he almost kills Padme, and then we have this huge epic battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan, which was so well done, and it was just so epic to watch. And so Yoda goes to the capital to fight Sidious, but the battle wasn't really cut short. The battle was kind of ended, but no one really won. Yoda left because he felt like he couldn't fight anymore, because he felt exiled. With all the Jedi done, he lost all of his hope. He lost like everything, because he felt like he can't fight anymore. There's nothing else left to fight for. So back on the planet Mustafar, Anakin and Obi-Wan are still duking it out across the planet, and Obi-Wan lands on this hilltop, and he told Anakin, "Don't jump or else I will strike you." So Anakin blindly, of course, jumps. Obi-Wan slices Anakin's arm and legs off and takes his lightsaber. And this part right here was just so amazing. Just the conversation that Obi-Wan had, just him yelling at Anakin, telling that he was the chosen one, and now the prophecy was wrong about him. It was just so well done, because imagine what Anakin would have done if he let Mace kill Sidious. The prophecy could have been fulfilled, but just seeing that happen, it was just so darn awesome to look at. It was just so, you got that feeling inside. It just felt so, like, man. So Padme is taken to an asteroid, like some kind of medical bay on an asteroid. She gives birth to her babies, and of course she names them Luke and Leia. But after that, she dies of childbirth, and Anakin is found by Sidious, and he's taken to get operated on, where he gets his official makeover and becomes the greatest Sith and one of my favorite Siths of all time, Darth Vader. And he asks Sidious what happened to Padme. Is she okay? Is she still alive? Sidious tells him that he killed her. And of course, we get that kind of just cool moment where he just uses the Force and crushes everything in the room. But he walks and he just says that, just, "No!" I'm like, that's not what I expected to hear from one of the greatest Sith Lords of all time. But anyway, so Obi-Wan and Yoda plan to hide the kids from Vader. So Obi-Wan takes Luke to Tatooine with Anakin's step family. So, because his stepfather died, so Luke is with his Anakin's stepbrother. And Leia has been taken to Alderaan with Senator Organa, because him and his wife longed for a baby girl to have. So they got that, and after that, the film. Oh, I almost forgot. Sidious and Vader are in their Imperial cruiser watching the construction of one of the deadliest weapons in the Star Wars history, the Death Star. And we'll all see how that happens in A New Hope, which will be my next review. But other than that, I give Star Wars Episode 3 I give it a 3.5 out of 5 because even though it had some bad parts in it, some parts I didn't really enjoy, but other than that, it was such a good film. So, other than that, what did you guys think of Star Wars Episode 3? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it in between? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until then, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing, and may the Force be with you.